Good morning, traders and investors around the world, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of premarketinfo.com, where we prepare you for the most important hour of the day, the first hour. And before this first hour even starts, folks, the central bank lowers dollar swap costs, giving a huge boost to the futures markets, which already were heading north before that news even came out. So we will still go with our numbers and tell you what we have and make this a good trading day for you. Currently, the Globex high stands at 1229.50. That is coinciding with the 7-day Globex high of 1229.75. Let's keep an eye on that level. Above that level, we do have some resistance, folks, at 1236 and 1241.75. We have already exceeded our average range for the day, so the projections are meaningless. Any kind of a pullback in this market to the 1210 area should be met with pretty good support. Even though I had to come up with some new numbers on the S&Ps, folks, still have some good numbers for you here in the equities, starting out with the Big 10, starting out with Apple Computer, currently trading $6.20 above its close. Let's look at Tuesday's high to be supporting that stock at 378.83. Coming on the upside, we do have a stopping point here at 379.99, which was our 7-day high. And then we have air above that, up to our 8-day high at 384.58. So Apple's getting a boost, probably not as much as relative to the rest of the market. Moving on to our next component, ExxonMobil, which also showed some strength yesterday, closing at 76.93, currently trading quite above that level at 78.78. Coming back on the downside, if we ever do come back down, let's look at 77.50 as Tuesday's high to provide support in the market. Right now, I'm keeping an eye on a couple numbers on the upside. 78.99, right next to that whole number of $79 has been the high in the pre-market. If in fact we can take that level out, I'm looking for the 8-day high in this stock at 79.43. Moving on to our next component, IBM, which is also getting a nice boost in the market, currently trading up $3.66, hitting a high in the pre-market at 185 even, so you got a nice round number there. Coming back on the downside, any pullback into the 183.31 level, which would be Tuesday's high, kind of fill the gap, be a great opportunity to buy that stock. Not sure if it's going to get that low today. Coming back up on the upside, after this 185 level, have a mild stopping point at 185.73. But in this stock, you really can't look resistance up until that 188 level. Moving on to our next component, Mr. Softy, joining in the party here, trading up 59 cents, which is just a monumental move for that stock. In the pre-market, we did hit 25.54, only trading 12 cents off that level. I will look at that as resistance. That coincides nicely with the 7-day high at 25.50. So Microsoft opening up into resistance. Above that level, we're looking at the 26.06 level, which was the 8-day high. Buying a pullback, as in any of these stocks, could be tricky, but coming back down on the downside, you do have some temporary support at 25.25, which was the old 6-day high, and then of course Tuesday's high at 25.04. Another company, obviously trading up big with this news from the Fed, Chevron Corporation, trading at that magic $100 level. Has not been able to get above that level in the pre-market here, so we will look at that as temporary resistance. Going through the $100 level could easily take us to the 7-day high at 101.50. Coming back on the downside, looking to buy at Tuesday's high, it might take you a while. 98.05 was there, and then of course support below there at settlement at 97.39. Going on to our next component, one of our defensive stocks, J&J, going straight up 77 cents here, on the Fed news, currently trading at 63.77. Really don't see a lot of resistance in that stock until the 7 and 8 day highs at 64.20 to 64.32. We are topping out in the pre-market at this time at 63.77. So let's keep an eye on that level as well. Procter & Gamble, same old story, trading up 91 cents. Hit a high in the pre-market here at 63.44. Trading right at the weekly high. It's not trading at the weekly high. Procter & Gamble trading at 63.44. It's breaking above that double top area we had at the $63 level. And now we are looking to trade at the 6 and 7 day high in that stock at 63.50 to 63.65. So with the high in the pre-market being at 63.44, we also have Procter & Gamble opening up into resistance. AT&T getting a boost as well here, trading up 35 cents, trading above Tuesday's high at 28.28. So here's a stock you may have an opportunity to buy at Tuesday's high. Above that, we have the 28.49 level, which was the 6 day high. So AT&T opening up into resistance as well. That stock is topped out in the pre-market at 28.42. Moving on to our next component, General Electric, getting a boost as well over that $15 level, trading through the support over the last couple days, but now is getting a boost. It is trading above the Monday and the 5 day high at 15.25 to 29, so that area should act as support. Next stopping point on the upside will be 15.49, which was the 6 day high, and of course the 7 day high at 15.85. Our final component, Coca-Cola, just exhibited a lot of strength yesterday after going ex-dividend, traded up nearly $1. So you folks that bought that stock for the dividend and held on to it, congratulations to you. That stock is currently trading at 67.29. That made a high of 67.50 in the pre-market. We were approaching the 7 and 8 day highs here at 67.39 to 67.71. As we speak, the S&Ps are continuing their march north, making a new high in the pre-market at 1231.50. Don't see a lot of resistance in the SPUs until 1236, was the 8 day intraday high. Keep an eye on that Globex high. The closer we get to the open, that would be your only chance for resistance. We're going to get some market movers up here for you, and we'll be right back.